What's up, YouTube? It's your boy again, coming back with another video on this channel. As always, I'm the Rhino.
I am the bat.
It has been way too long since you've been on this podcast, brother.
Yeah, been too long. Just too busy. Uh, Happy to be back.
Oh, don't pull that bullshit. I'm busy stuff.
Yeah,
Out of the two of us, I'm the busy one.
I've been the busy
Uh,
one. Already getting some other stuff I'm doing. Apply some job applications and because I'm putting the real estate stuff aside, so I want to do focus on the sales stuff.
right. But yeah,
Yeah. So pretty big sports weekend just happened this past
Hell yeah.
weekend. The Euros finals, the Copa America, and UFC, and I believe Wimbledon. I didn't watch any tennis, but it's
Yeah,
a
I haven't
sport.
done.
So I just in it.
So where do you want to start? You want to start with the Euro Cup first?
I'll start with the Euro Cup. Yeah, that's obviously Portugal. We didn't defend in the cup. We lost. We got eliminated from Belgium, but
All right.
I'm
So
glad
just
that Italy beat. I'm glad that Italy beat England. England had 6 games out of 7, and in London, which is every other country nation played throughout Europe, but England just played at their own home.
right.
But yeah, it was a crazy game. This game had so much controversial into it too, coming into the final. And Rome, Italy, they kind of wrote. I don't want to say it because it's kind of against the monarch over there. So they kind of said
Oh yeah, that.
Queen.
Yeah, we don't
And
want to get sued by anybody, so we're just gonna leave that out right now. But if you want to see what happens, you can probably find it somewhere online. But yeah, we'll not be discussing that on this channel right for the time being.
yeah, and then now it's the next. The World Cup is the next big thing for world football, and
When is the next
our
one? Is it 2022?
World Cup. The
Is it
World Cup is going to be played in November next year.
2022? Damn, yeah, right here.
Yeah,
The World Cup is from November 21st, 2022 to December 18th, 2022.
it's the last Ronaldo and Messi's chance to win the big one.
They're retiring after this or no?
I think they're retiring after this one because they've been on it for so long. 5 World Cups is 4. Usually 4 is what most players play in.
Yeah.
And then since I'm glad I was watching this game with a group of friends. With some guy was going for England that was in our group. Most of us were going for Italy. As soon as the England missed the penalty, we were like, "Yeah!" It's wild because I got friends that I also watched it in how do you say, in bars, and everyone was like the bars were all filled. People were throwing beers. I feel bad for the people that have to clean up the bar because
Yeah.
beers get sticky after. It's kind of like
Yeah.
But also, I kind of want to congratulate Lionel Messi on winning, tying with Cristiano Ronaldo, who's my country guy, winning the international trophy. So they put July 10th as GOAT Day because Ronaldo won for us, for Portugal, and the same day, July 10th, 2016, the Euro against France at France. And then
hilarious.
5 years later, Messi with Argentina ended up beating Brazil at Brazil. I kind of wish there were more fans to watch this because this was a big game. Big game. A lot of people in the world watched this one as well because there's also Brazil versus Argentina.
Yeah.
But I honestly think in terms of whoever's winning the Ballon d'Or, I think either Ronaldo, Messi, and Robert Lewandowski are favorite to win. Those are going to be the top 3. But I think Messi has an edge because he won an international trophy. That's the biggest thing.
So just to go back to the England Italy party that you had, why wasn't some people invited and not me? I see how it is, B. Okay.
It was actually my friend's house. We had
Sure was.
somebody,
Sure was. Your friend's house. I
right.
understand that.
But you're always busy, so
Uh,
for me it's kind of hard to
I
say,
know.
hey, bro, come
I
down.
know. I'm
So
just
yeah,
having fun. I'm just having fun.
yeah. Hey, but when are you gonna invite me for the next UFC fight to watch, huh? Huh?
I
Huh?
don't watch. I never seen a pay-per-view event.
How do you know? Oh, because you watch the highlights, and obviously you probably follow Sports Center
Yeah.
or something.
So let's move on to the main card of the latest UFC 264 fight that happened also on Saturday. This one was a good fight. The Sean O'Malley, TK.
Chris Martinez, a fellow Portuguese guy, is a zombie.
Yeah.
I kind of want to fight that guy now.
Yeah, he came in on what, like 11 days notice,
Dude,
12 days
he
notice or
took
something.
some hard ass shots.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah, he did.
most people would have been knocked out by that.
Yeah, that's why he's nicknamed
I
the
saw
zombie.
this fight, and then the women's fight, which was after.
This one?
Yeah, this one was actually she got busted. She got like 13 stitches, I believe. Yana Kuna Tasaka, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna even try pronouncing her name.
Russian.
Kunitskaya. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kunitskaya.
Kunitskaya. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Let's move on to the
oh my god, this one right here.
The heavyweights.
I'm glad. I don't know how you say his name, but I'm gonna say Tuvasa. I'm glad that he beat Greg Hardy because Greg Hardy was a pain in the ass in the NFL because he was in the Dallas Cowboys, and then he had a problem there. He beat up his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, his then
He was
girlfriend.
almost winning this fight. Then one hit to the face, boom, boom, got dropped. And this guy actually did how they did in the Oceana place. So he got a shoe, put a beer in it, started drinking.
Yeah.
Then he started doing it again with fuel from people's foot, from people's shoes.
I don't know if you heard Joe Rogan's comment about that. He said Ty must have some hell of a beer alcohol tolerance, and from the amount he was drinking, I agree. He must have some sort of high tolerance.
Yeah. Okay, Gilbert Burns against.
This was a good fight. I actually saw.
I was rooting for Stefan on this one, but he only knows kickboxing or karate. I think is his style. The way I've seen the fight.
He's a karate guy. He's a karate guy.
Yeah. But Hart. You can never hate on Stefan though. You can never hate on him. He's probably he's like kind of like most likable guy in the UFC.
He's one of the most nicest mofo's out there in the industry.
Yeah.
Then you come to the main event, the Dustin Poirier TKO, the notorious one, to win the trilogy. Just to win the trilogy, 2-1. He knocked out. I don't want to say knocked out, but kind of knocked out.
He knocked him out in the second one.
Yeah. So here's my question for you. Do you agree about the Conor McGregor saying this is a bullshit fight or whatever?
A bullshit fighter to Dustin or a bullshit fight?
Bullshit, calling Dustin out for being a bullshit fighter. At least that's the way I understand it. I could be wrong.
I mean, you got to give Dustin credit. He's like the first guy to knock Conor out in the second fight back in January, where I was in Costa Rica watching that fight.
Right.
So what I think is Conor, I think it's just getting too much crazy right now. He's been getting hit a lot.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's been getting hit a lot in the head, but also his ego is getting in the way of that. And I think what he's trying to do is trying to get into Dustin's head, which is, I think it kind of worked because the way Dustin was kind of, I never seen Dustin talk like that in any of his post-fight interviews.
Right.
Because with Khabib is the last guy to beat him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
And I believe the fight before, like that. He is like a respectful guy. I like what he's doing because, like, he's actually building with Manny Pacquiao. I believe some houses in Uganda, Louisiana, or
He's
something
also
like that.
he's also donating. He's donating a bunch of money to various charities, or using his platform to get money for his charity or something like that. I don't know the exact details, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
doing a lot of good stuff.
he does a lot of good stuff. Like like big what big athletes do too. Like in other sports do.
Right. So
I don't think Connor's going to be the same after this one because I think striking from the upper body is going to be good.
right.
But I think coming back from an ankle injury is going to be pretty
Right.
hard. I don't think
I
once you
think
break something, it's never the same after.
right. I think it's going to be what happened to Silva when
Chris
he came
Weidman.
back. Like I was going to say Chris Wyman when he came back or is coming back. I don't know when he's going to fight. It's
He's
going to
probably
be.
going to fight like next year. I don't see him coming back this year.
I don't see him coming back at all this year. But again, I'm not.
Well, he's what I've seen, what I've heard is that he's been training a bit.
Yeah.
Not as hard or hardcore as he was, but training at least. That's better than nothing.
Right.
But I think Connor will probably will come back. But come on, man, he lost his fight.
I mean, I don't know about you, but after that whole bus incident back in whatever when
With the
Khabib
Khabib
was,
incident.
yeah, the
I mean,
yeah,
I like Connor. I like Connor. I just don't like the way he acts like super crazy. Like,
that's my thing. I think he might have CTE. That's just my own opinion.
yeah, it's kind. I think, but like, it's kind of hard to. You can only be diagnosed with CTE when you're dead.
I mean, that's how we met it.
Yeah,
How
but it shows symptoms. It shows symptoms, but it could either be he's in arrogant or it could be the way he's talking. Maybe the Connor maybe motivated or trash talk Connor's back. A
right,
lot of fans see that. I mean, because Khabib humbled him after that fight. His fight with Cowboy Cerrone, he wasn't trash talking in the press conference with Cowboy Cerrone. In the second Dustin Poirier fight, he wasn't trash talking to Dustin as well until the third one. Until this is the first one, he's back with that. So,
that was
but
my
I
other.
think he's trying to sell fight. I also think he's trying to sell like a fight. I think he's trying to get like more like more recognition because like it's
Right.
been what like I think that's like he wants his character back. It's kind of
That
like
old, that old
like
Maverick kind of a thing.
yeah, it's like WWE. You know how like John Cena's the face and Randy Orton's the heel, which is the face is the good guy, the heel's the bad guy.
Okay.
So I think that's what I think. Like I think that comes. I think the same terms could work for MMA fighters. But yeah, it's kind of like weird seeing him go like that. But like I wish. But I think even though like I wanted to see a second round, I have a lot of friends that lost bets on this fight. Some of them have lost, some of them has won. Especially Floyd Mayweather has won because he posted a picture of how much he won.
I don't know, man. That was a different conversation for that one.
Yeah, then Jake Paul. I don't know if you're into the thriller weird boxing circus where Jake Paul is literally calling out Conor McGregor before this fight. He's like, Conor, you better fucking win this fight. Because if you lose, you're not going to be worthy pointing for me anymore. I'm not going to give you the millions of dollars you deserve or some shit like that. That's what he says. But he's a loudmouth. Speaking
Yeah.
about him, he's going to be fighting Tyron Woodley in next month. I don't know what day yet, but next month.
Yeah. That's if I mean, like, it's kind of weird that the Paul brothers, at least again, this is my own opinion. It's kind of weird that the Paul brothers are fighting
And then
fighters who
professional.
are fighting for professionals who have retired and
Never been in a fight.
or
Well, I do know that Logan Paul has been in a wrestling team. So he at least has experience. He at least gets a pass. But Jake, not so much.
I agree.
So I think most of it were fixed too, because when he fought Ben Askren back in April, Ben Askren went with his wife smiling. He was like, "We got money, babe." I'm guessing that's what the smile was about because it was a
Got money,
picture.
baby. to quote Conor McGregor, 20 G's, baby. Sorry,
Yeah,
I had
you
to.
gotta work on that Irish accent.
Yeah, yeah, it sounded a hell American.
I think it's kind of hard to do an Irish accent. The only one person I know, I got this friend that's very good Irish. Well, he's from Ireland, but since he's from
Gee, I
Ireland,
wonder how he got the Irish accent being from Ireland.
I mean, he speaks pretty good American version too with his English. He could switch. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah,
Like, I have a hard time trying to speak a British version of their, like their accent, but I can't do that shit. The only word I can say in that accent is water.
water.
Just water. Water. It's like you're saying Walter, but you're saying Walter. That's what it kind of sounds like for me when I say it. But yeah, so it's a big so we got the Olympics coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the Olympics in a non-Olympic year.
Oh, the Goats Cup is also on too. It just started Saturday, I believe. USA played their first game against Haiti, and we can speak about that one
That's
too.
a different situation. What's going on in Haiti right now?
Oh yeah, with the
whole president getting assassinated.
Yeah, the president and those two guys, two American guys, and I believe a few Colombian guys. Those guys are screwed.
That's one way of saying it.
Yeah, those guys are screwed. Yeah, so the Gold Cup's just started, so we could probably be talking about that when the tournament ends. Hopefully USA wins, but they didn't bring much of their crew because the players that played in Europe want to be rested. They play a long season in Europe.
Right.
So, they want their vacation too. I wish they were called in, because if they were called in, we could beat Mexico again like we did like 4 weeks ago, I believe. 3 or 4 weeks ago. The Nations League final in Denver, which we won 3-2. That game was insane. Yeah. I was so happy USA won that game. But, can't wait for the USA to play again. I mean, they play, I believe. We'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, just for this time, was just the sports that happened last weekend.
Yeah.
This past weekend that just ended. Hopefully, we can record another episode later this week.
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free until Friday. So if you want to record another episode, we could do it before Friday.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. But yeah. I guess we'll end it here.
Yeah, guess we'll end it here. Good sports weekend.
Yep. And as always, if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, you can follow the podcast Instagram at Rhino and the Bad Podcast. You can follow the fan page on Facebook and as well as Twitter. Again, Rhino and the Bad Podcast. You can follow me on my own YouTube channels, Firehawk Archer 1 and 2, as well as my own Instagram, which is also Firehawk Archer 1 on Instagram, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow the Hacker on pkrish77. You can follow Empower on her Instagram and all her fun stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the links in the description box down below. And the Bat, where can they find you?
Cool Victor77 on Instagram.
Yep, you'll find all that good stuff again in the description box down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're hearing us on wherever podcasts are sold, find us on YouTube as well at Rhino and the Bat Podcast. And as always, I want to personally thank Sparta Soap for sponsoring this video. I'm going to put their ad here in just a little bit. As always, have a good one. See you in the next episode. Peace.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Just want to make this quick pre-advertisement show. Like always, Sparta Soap is our sponsor today, and you can see their ad here. Thank you, Sparta Soap, for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated to you guys. As always, links in the description box down below. Please check them out. They do support the show, but don't worry, no added cost to you guys. They are a soap company. Shocker. And they basically help guys like me who are both martial artists and lifters to basically keep clean. Obviously, if you're a martial artist, you don't know who has what. You're sweating everywhere. Same thing with lifting too. You don't know who, like, which sweaty person touched what, and yeah, it keeps you safe. It keeps you clean and it keeps you safe from ringworm and like other stuff that could actually be, number one, contagious. Number two, be very harmful for you and other people. So just stay safe. And like I said, it's a great soap company. I actually personally use this, so I can actually tell from experience that, hey, this is something that you should definitely check out. But as always, thank you for listening, and here is your podcast.